had a lot of things I wanted to say. Holy muffins, Batman. Theon, when he was getting like messed up, I figured out where they are. So he's on that X thing. That's the same banner as Roose Bolton. That's like the banner of the person on the torture device. He's wherever Roose Bolton is.
Okay.
Yeah. Where the Boltons are. Wherever castle they are. I don't know their castle, but I know that I've seen it so many times that now it makes sense. And he played that whole game with them, and I was like thinking about, oh, where are they actually? What? Because they have the upside down man on the thing. And also, someone told me that the actors that play Jon Snow and Ygritte, they met on the show and they actually got married.
Come on, dude.
And they have like
that they have
2 or 3 kids or something. But they met on the show and actually fell in love.
I can see it.
And then we got Arya, and they took Gendry. I'm still confused why. I haven't put that together in my mind yet. Why? They'll probably reveal that to us later. But she's just being thrown about in this situation.
Yeah.
Like, even though these people are like, oh, we fight for the good or whatever.
But they also want whatever it takes.
And they'll do whatever it takes. Right before he was taken, he was like, can you make these arrowheads?
Yeah.
To help us to do that. And then right after, they're like, okay, we're going to sell you. Like, proving the point. And Arya even brought it up. They aren't below this kind of thing that everyone does. Mm-hmm. And they're like, we're above that.
You're not.
You're not. You just sold someone to someone for money. You're not above it.
Not at all.
I understand they need money and like that kind of thing. And I think the highlight of this whole episode for me was the Tywin, Olenna, Tyrell dynamic. That was like, you're watching these 2 powerful powerhouses just clash and have this battle of words. And and in relation to that, why was Sansa crying at the end? And they killed Roz. Joffrey killed him. It was just a terrible, terrible death. Littlefinger's such a scumbag. I hate him. Yeah. I want him to die miserably.
Not like a fast death. Slow, torturous death.
He is he is my most hated character. Above Joffrey. Far and beyond.
Yeah.
Above Joffrey. Why was Sansa crying when she was watching Peter Baelish's ship
He
leave?
was forced to take her.
I don't know if that's the case or not.
In the past episode, it said, be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Leave King's Landing. And then when she got the notification that she was supposed to marry him, not go to Highgarden, she's stuck there. That's what I think.
I think I know why now. Because she was told she was marrying Loras.
Yes.
And she was like excited. She's, oh, young, hot guy. I get to marry. And be Lord of the Reach. Cool. And then she gets saddled with Tyrion. And I think she is watching Littlefinger go with the knowledge that she has to marry Tyrion now. And she's like, I wish I left. And that's why she's crying. I also wonder why Shay isn't more upset by that.
She looks upset like she was betrayed.
Yeah. Does Sansa realize that Littlefinger was involved in it being flipped? Because the spy master was working for the Tyrells. Lord Varys was working for the Tyrells. Peter Baelish was working for the Lannisters. And flipping the whole situation, like Peter Baelish did all he could to like Sansa with Tyrion and Cersei with Loras. And that's what his job was. And Lord Varys was the opposite, where he was pairing them off with the Tyrells. At least Sansa, with Loras Tyrell. And I think Littlefinger's whole thing at the end was, yeah, I won.
Yeah.
I won. Even though he screwed over Sansa.
Yes.
He didn't even care that he was screwing over Sansa. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. And I don't understand we're going to have to follow it more deeply than this, but I really don't understand why she, I guess, trusts him because he's been nice to her. I'm confused about why she's crying in the end, what she knows, but we'll probably figure it out in the next episode. Ygritte and Jon looking off the world, kissing on top of the wall. Yeah, it's definitely a shake-up kind of episode. Last episode was like character building episode. This was the payoff kind of episode. And then we're probably going to get a few more. 7 and 8 are going to be building for something. I don't know What would be the payoff for the season? What's going to happen? It's not Stannis.
No.
Jaime may be being freed. There's some weird stuff going on with him.
Yeah, but what happens to Brienne if he gets freed? What happens to her?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think she's probably going to be killed or something because they're calling her a traitor and treasonous and all this.
Yeah.
And I feel there's something happening with Bolton because he's going against what Rob would want, is get Jaime back as a prisoner. Mm-hmm. But he's going against that to side with Tywin. I have a feeling we're coming to a very dangerous place.
Yeah.
For the Starks. Daenerys kind of is not in this season.
No, it's spurts.
Took over not Marine. Where was it? Astapor? My mind is scrambled on the names.
She took over one place, and then she got the Unsullied. Now she's...
Yeah, she's kind of just building.
Yes, but she's not as prominent as she is.
She's not in this season a lot. It's going to be interesting to see the map breakdown for this. And we're definitely going to be like way ahead on Patreon. There's no fighting it anymore. We're going to be done with the show months before, like like 6 months ahead on YouTube episodes.
Yeah.
So we're going to be done with Game of Thrones and we can start House of the Dragon and do all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I want to go right in House of the Dragon right after I get done with Game of Thrones, or if I want to do a different show. My thought process is if the channel isn't doing well by the time Game of Thrones ends, probably not jumping into House of the Dragon. If we end the season on a high note, if we get to the end of the show and we're between 5 and 10,000 subscribers and our views considerably go up, we'll probably start House of the Dragon right away. Because then I possibly could afford to do an editor and get episodes out sooner. But if we're not there, I'm definitely not starting House of the Dragon right away. And we'll probably do something else for a while and put Game of Thrones to the side for a while.
Makes sense. It
really all depends on how successful it is. Mm-hmm. So if you enjoy these breakdowns and enjoy that kind of stuff, comment, subscribe. If you're watching the breakdowns, you probably already subscribed. But make sure you like and help us out in that regard. This was crazy. There's a lot more going to happen. And obviously I got map breakdowns to do. And we're going to go through all that. And damn.
It's going to be crazy, that map breakdown.
Yeah. I want to do a political map of what I think is happening in the background. Of like where Baelish is and what he's doing, who he's talking to, how he's manipulating people, what he's trying to do in the background.
Baelish has everyone on these puppet strings, I feel like. Everyone's...
Lord Varys, I feel like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know how he got outsmarted.
He got outsmarted by goddamn Littlefinger.
Little frickin' finger.
And Littlefinger knew. I wonder if, because Sansa told him that she wanted to stay, if Littlefinger was like, oh, you want to stay? Guess what? I'm going to flip your marriage as a retaliatory thing. Or if that was in the works and he was just doing it already. We'll see. This season's crazy.
Yeah.
You were right. The season's crazy. It's a lot more... I don't know how to describe it. It's a lot more... How do you describe that? Fluid, I'd say. The storyline is more fluid. You can get what's going on a little more. It's
like
less
all their storylines just fluid into each other. Not so...
Yeah, like between the characters and the... Exactly. Like the flow between scenes is way better. They'll talk about something and then...
They'll just flow into the next one perfectly.
And it will relate to the next scene. And those kind of... They don't do it every time. Mm-hmm. But those kind of transitions where they transition from one story to another makes the process, enjoyment of each individual storyline interesting as like a transition so you're not jarred from in, out. And
yes.
It does a lot to help the viewing experience. And I really like it. I like the story a little more. And I like the way they're like doing the, obviously, the filming and cuts and all that kind of stuff. But let us know what you thought. And we'll get into the map breakdown reactions.
Until next time.
Welcome back. Immersive reactions. We are sorry Becca is going to take some medications right now, and she'll be right back. We're sorry that this took a long time to get to you guys, but a lot of things came up in this last week. I could go through them all, but to be honest, you probably don't care. Hello.
Hello, fellas. Hello, lords and ladies.
We own a candle company, so we're getting ready for the fall.
That's a lot.
And we had 3 different events this week. Our car is like dead, so we had to work around that. I had a scammer type of thing going on, and I had to deal with that. And yeah, but you're gonna get 2 episodes. We're gonna try to do them both right now.
Yes.
So we're gonna get into it really quick. Do you remember what was going on in the last episode, or no?
Jon Snow and Ygritte made it to the top.
Oh yeah.
I believe Littlefinger left Sansa.
Uh-huh.
I still think that.
Oh yeah, Littlefinger and no, yeah, I think Tyrion gonna get married to Sansa.
Yep, and being remarried off.
Oh yeah, to Loras Tyrell.
Burrs. That'll be a huge dump for her.
Littlefinger had a huge deal to do with all that.
And Ross got a death that I don't
Ross
believe
died.
she deserved at all.
No.
That was pretty shitty.
Yeah. Sorry. You don't need it right now, but.
What ails?
Bran
They
had a
showed
vision,
some of
they
those
climbed
things
the wall.
with.
The Red Woman met Arya.
Yeah. She
The
said
Red
a whole
Woman
eye
met-
thing. Remember that whole eye thing?
Yeah. The Red Woman met. What's his name? The guy that Ned Stark sent out to fight the Mountain, but he died and then was brought back to life. That whole thing.
The Watch, the Brotherhood or something.
The brother of the Banners.
Yep. And the
Yeah.
torture.
He got tortured.
And
Olenna Tyrell tried to have a battle. I don't know. You call it a battle? Something with
I don't know. It was like a word battle.
like a conversation, but like an argument with Tywin Lannister about what
She
they
broke his
should
pencil.
do.
That was
Yeah.
pretty badass.
I think she figured that she had lost, but I don't know if she's done scheming yet. They kissed on top of the wall, and here we are.
Maybe.
And you guys are getting excited about this end of the season, and I understand. And I'm sorry again that we've been putting this off, but we're gonna get right into it
Yeah.
and get back into the swing of the season because we've been off of it a little bit. A lot of things come up in our lives. I felt terrible. I felt worse with this week than I did with last week with our COVID situation. My energy level was 0.
If zombies
And I was-
existed,
Yeah. Just we're getting into it. Sorry.
it's a sound issue.
I know the sound's off. Give us a second. Everything's haphazardly. Scene switcher. I gotta turn on my advanced audio settings. Fine.
When Ygritte made that comment that she noticed that Jon Snow hadn't completely abandoned the Night's Watch, and
Yeah.
she's keeping a secret, that's a
That-
big secret.
It goes to show that she's really committed to him and
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't really care. I don't know how he's gonna deal with that. Is he going to flip
has, like,
because
2
of her?
people.
But she's keeping his secret, right? Okay. Right. Watch along, people. Briefly, I'm going to talk about what I did with the Patreon. Sorry, guys. I made it so a crew get watch alongs. There's a new tier called Immersive Viewer. They're going to get all of our YouTube cuts, like how the YouTube version works, where you get cuts early, but we're going to keep in the intros, the outros, the reaction, and all of the breakdowns. So you're going to see the breakdown, the map breakdown, all in one video. So, and it's going to be ad free. So if you say you didn't want to pay for the newest episodes, but you still wanted to see it's the cheapest on the Patreon, ad free, all of the content, all in one. Because I know it's with me trying to fight the algorithm and get our content out to more people, I have to like really cater towards short attention span people who make up the vast majority of the YouTube audience that I have. It's not you guys. You guys want the other stuff, but it's lose both ways, lose situation. But and then with Immersive Crew Cast, the highest tier, the $10 tier, you're going to get all the extended cuts. Watch-alongs, watch the middle tier, watch-alongs. The Immersive Cast, all of the extended, and the lowest tier will get all of the YouTube cuts packaged in a way where you can watch it all through and you don't need to jump to different videos and do all that crazy Thank you for listening to that. All right, watch along, people. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. It helps us get recognition on our videos, and we'll react to more in the future. Thank you.